Hey everybody, today we'll be working on O2 sensors. Just a little general knowledge. This is a V8, so you're going to have two banks, bank 1, bank 2. Bank 1 for this car is going to be the passenger side, bank 2 is the driver side. The way you know which one is bank 1, bank 2, you have 8 cylinders, so cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Whatever side cylinder 1 is bank 1, and the other side's bank 2. You have two sensors, sensor 1 and sensor 2. Sensor 1 is before the cat, or upstream of the catalytic converter, and sensor 2 is downstream, so it's the one after the cat, more towards the back of the car. I'm going to crawl up underneath here, I'll show you which ones are which. I have a code for bank 2, sensor 1. Sensor 1 is going to be heated. That's the one that is going to affect your car's performance. Sensor 2 is emissions only. So it'll throw, the computer measures the amount of oxygen before and after the catalytic converter, just to make sure the catalytic converter is cleaning the way it should. If it's screaming about you at sensor 2, if you don't want to do it and you don't have emissions in your state or your county, don't worry about it. If it's sensor 1, you might want to do it because you're affecting gas mileage and performance. Here's the sensor I'm using. It's Bosch 13642 O2 sensors. I wouldn't go with like a Chinese replacement. Just use the original equipment manufacturer. Bosch is usually the company. You get better performance. It'll pay for itself in the long run. Okay, so I'm in the front of the car looking backwards. These are my catalytic converters right here. That's bank 2, that's bank 1. So bank 2, there's a catalytic converter. The one after the cat, there's your O2 sensor. That's going to be sensor 2. So bank 2, sensor 2. Bank 2, sensor 1 is right there. I got my light on it now. And sorry for the oil, I just did the valve covers on this, but there's a sensor 1 right there. Bank 1, there's the other cat. Sensor 2 is down there on the light. Sensor 1 is up there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's right there on the light. So for mine, I have to you unscrew it. I just use a they have sockets that you buy specifically for spark plugs, or correction, for O2 sensors. I just use an adjustable wrench. I just be careful not to strip them out. So follow the wire, the cable, and you unscrew it. Mine goes kind of far. I'll show you where it is. Okay, this is, I'm looking towards the front of the car. Here's the sensor I'm changing. And if you follow the cable, it goes up behind this heat shield, and there's the plug. Right there. There's the blue cable. So I need to remove this heat shield. It's 8mm nuts with washers on them. Remove those, drop the heat shield, and then you should be able to access it. Okay, so there's a sensor, heat shield is off, and you can see the plug. You just lift that little tab right there, unplug it. Make sure you unplug it first, unscrew it, screw the new one on first, and then plug it in, so that way you don't twist up the wire. And then mine had a little clip right over here. Let me get the light in focus. The wire was in that clip right there. Right there. So you might find yours like that too. And that's it. Hope it helps. And a little secret, if you have a P0420, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I think it's 0420, catalytic converter efficiency below threshold, either bank 1 or bank 2. That means the catalytic converter isn't filtering the air the way it should. What you could do And for that, if you go to your second O2 sensor and get a spark plug non-fouler, drill it out to where the O2 sensor fits in it, and then you're pretty much just making a spacer to back out the O2 sensor. So when it's backed out, it's reading less air, which means it's reading less bad air. So it's tricking the system into thinking that the catalytic converter is doing its job. You can look that up. There's info all over the internet for it, but if you need that, that's there. Other than that, have a good day.